what we are doing, we adapt standards. We are following the UGC, which is the same as ISO 19100 series in Europe and the rest of the world. And if we do that, then we win.
那么在欧洲就是采用这种 OGC 的这种标准，那么也是越来越盛行。那么如果我们能很好的支持 OGC， 那么这个 OGC 跟 ISO 的这种标准是很像的，但是它是专注在这个地理信息服务领域，所以如果我们能够很好的支持这个，我们应该就有很大的胜算。
And of course, everybody is talking about service-oriented architecture, but few are doing it, or almost no one. But SuperMap is really, really very close to a full SOA, and that is very good.
另外呢，就是说在欧洲其实也有很多人在谈论就是 SOA 这种面向服务的这种体系架构，但是实际上真正采用和真正能做到的已经非常少。SuperMap 在这方面应该说现在已经接近一个非常完整的一个提供这种 SOA 的这种解决方案，这是非常好的。
So once again, interoperability is very important, and not just with other GIS systems, especially to other business systems, because that is what the customer wants, an integration between business systems and GIS systems.
那么这种交互性非常重要，而且就是说GIS 现在也不仅仅是一个独立的应用系统，经常的时候它需要跟其他的一些应用系统来集成，所以这种交互性也就更加重要了。
Important changes in the market. Go back again and to repeat myself a little bit, but this is so important, I think. We meet an increase of competition on the markets around the world.
那么我们刚才也提到，就是说关于市场的一些变化方面，我刚才也讲到，就是说竞争实际上是在不断的增加的。
And competition skills, as we all know. Sorry? Demands for standard and interoperability with existing systems. Once again, this is very important factors on the market. And another thing that's going to change the market a lot, in Europe at least, is two directives from the EU Commission, two new laws. And that is the Inspire Directive and the PSI Directive.
那么对于标准的这种支持和交互性和与其他的这个系统的集成这方面，刚才也讲了，这个也是非常重要的。那么另外呢，在欧洲有两个非常重要的这种法令吧，法令。
I will explain these two directives in next picture.
后面我还会讲。
But an IT development in other fields is also something that's changing the GIS market, because the GIS vendors is far behind the rest of the computer industry normally. Not SuperMap, but the rest.
那么 IT 的这个在其他领域的一些 IT 的发展，那么也在变化非常快。那么在这个 IT 就是背后的一些 GIS， 那么它的易用性，那么除了 SuperMap， 这是他个人啊，应该就是说其他的都离这个 IT 这个步伐比较远一点。但是 SuperMap 它的意思应该就是这个，就应该还比较靠近。
And it's coming in new markets and new customers all the time now, which is not from the GIS field. And they are the far majority of all the customers in the world, and they need simplicity.
那么在一些新兴领域的，就是非传统领域的一些市场的增长是非常快的。
And in the North countries, in Scandinavia, buyers on the local and central government isn't too skilled for the moment, because they are quite old men with not so good education in GIS, because GIS wasn't existing when they went to school. But now a younger group of people are coming, and they are more skilled buyers, so they know what they should buy.
那么在刚才讲的这个政府这个行业领域的这些用户越来越多的，因为以前的话，一些老家伙他们读书的时候还没有 GIS， 所以就对技术并不是很熟练，所以他们那个时候做一些决策的话，跟现在的年轻人，他们现在逐步的又有技术，然后也开始在政府里面失职，这样的话，这个份额是越来越多，就这一类的人越来越多了。
So, short about the Inspire Directive. It's, as I told you before, a new law from the European Union, which will be in full power 1st of March next year.
那么刚才有提到这个 Inspire 这个 Directive， 这是欧盟的一项法令，那么从明年的1月份开始要生效。
And this forces all EU government bodies to adopt and enforce standards according to the UBC.
那么根据这项法令的要求，强制要求各个 EU 的政府部门，就欧盟的政府部门和政府单位必须强制性的采用 OGC 的标准，还有 ISO 的一些标准。
And UBC in this case is in fact the same as ISO 19100 serial.
所以 OGC 在这里就的重要性相当于就是 ISO 的标准，像 ISO 很多标准在这方面也采用了 OGC 的标准，就是这个19100系列的一些标准。
They also force all the governmental bodies, locally as central, to share all geographic information with other bodies in a standard way. So the format of exchange must be in standards.
而且强制要求其他的一些每个政府部门要把他们的一些数据以标准的这种方式来共享给其他的一些相关的部门和单位。
And on top of that, they have to publish all metadata on what GI they have and can offer. So they have to put up metadata catalogs, and no one has, but they have to.
所以他们就必须发布他们拥有的一些数据的原数据，就是要提供一个原数据的一个目录清单。
But even more interested is in fact the PSI directive, and that means Public Sector Information Directive.
另外就是 PSI， 它就是在公共领域的公共信息化领域的一个法案。
And that is also a law and affects all governmental bodies and regulate collection and distribution of data.
那么这也是欧盟的一项法令，而且是对所有的政府部门有效的。刚才这个 Inspire 主要是对地理信息这块有效，那么这个是对所有的政府部门的信息都有效。
All tax-paid organizations must publish their data and metadata on the web, and all they collected with tax money must be free of charge.
所有以这种就是公共部门，就是政府的以税收来支撑的这些部门，或者说用税收的纳税人的钱来收集的数据，都必须能够免费的提供。
And all data must be accessible for the public without extra work for them. So they have to distribute it by human, and by machine, and enabling factor. This is an enabling factor for SUA concept, really.
而且就是数据得以一种就大家可以接受的这种方式来提供，包括通过人工的方式或者是计算机的方式。那么另外呢，就是说也要通过 SOA 的方式来提供。
Okay, now I move over to introduce the company SuperMap's way in Europe. I mean, we are very new in Europe. We have been there since August 2007.
现在再回过来说一下 SuperMap 在北欧的一个发展的情况。我们是从07年开始开展这项业务的。
In the first year, we just started the business and tried to introduce SuperMap on the market, the brand.
第一年的话，我们主要也就是把这个品牌介绍给这个市场。
In 2008, we were ready to go out on the market, and we got first customers, and we did a lot of capacity building, of course, for support and service, because you can't sell anything if you don't have support and service.
08年的 时候，我们不仅成功的销售有一些销售，而且我们就是发了很多